and will not even use that as a permissible. She's a miserable narcissist bitch, and you stay away from those kind of people. You stay away from those kind of people. Boys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video, women who like arguing. There's something I want you to understand about this that is very, very important. When you study narcissists, and I'm going to resume narcissists on pretty much one thing. Narcissism is just about you need to win no matter what. You need to control and manipulate the other person ahead of you, that you are superior no matter what. It's all about winning. And do your power trip no matter what. Even if there's no logic, no common sense, it's all about winning the argument. And this is what most people who argue, who don't use logic and common sense, they just want to win the argument. I want you guys to understand that those people, boom, narcissists. It's a red flag. It's a red flag. And a lot of women who don't want to use logic and common sense, it's all about their emotion. And because they are emotional, they just want to win the argument. Boys, women like that, it's a big, huge red flag. And you know what you do with those women who just want to win the argument, don't use logic and common sense? They don't listen. They don't listen about what you said. You know, you speak, you use logic and common sense, and the other person is supposed to shut the hell up, think about what you just said, and think about it and say, yeah, he's right. He used this, he said this, this, this. If the people stop to listen to you, they're probably not narcissists. Man, there's a lot of women out there, boys. They just freaking argue to argue. That's what they do. And women like that, boys, DTB. DTB. You don't waste your time argue with them. It's a waste of time. And we're going to have a woman right there. I'm going to watch a little short here. Women like that, they're fucked up in the head. They just argue to argue. And she said, I love arguing. Red flag, boys. Red flag.
Man,
okay,
it's about the tone. So here's the thing.
No, it's the way he presents his point. I don't give a fuck.
Look, you know what he said? The way he presents his points. You know what that means? That means she doesn't listen. She doesn't listen. She tried to control the way that he presents his point. Power trip. Don't say it that way, say it that way. Power trip. Boys, you need to see all those red flags. You need to understand it.
I love arguing.
Look, as soon as you get a woman who says that kind of bullshit, I love her arguing, big red flag, boys. Big red flag. A woman who loves to fight. That's what that means. I like to fight. I love it.
Argue all day.
Wait, hold on.
You can get loud with me. I don't care. I
her
love
make
arguing.
the
Argue
If you love
back.
it, then why do you suck at it so bad?
I love arguing, but she's not good arguing. She just loves arguing. She just loves to be loud and make noise with her claptrap. That's what he said over here. And he said, oh, how come you suck at it? And he's going to explain to her, look, you shut the hell up and you listen. You need to listen about what came out of my mouth. You listen to what came out of my mouth, and you think about what came out of my mouth, if that makes sense, yes or no. It's not just about winning the argument no matter what. You need to use logic and common sense. And to use logic and common sense, you need to listen what the other person said. And this is what is going to explain it. And most women, I said that all the time, they're dumb, they're narcissists, they just want to win the argument. That's what narcissism is. To do power trip, winning the argument. And most women, that's what they do. That's what they do. And women like that, DTB. DTB boys. Red flag.
Bad.
Cool, I don't care. Goodbye.
It's emotion versus logic.
There you go. It's a big part of it. They use your word emotion. For me, it's narcissism versus logic.
Okay, I mean,
brain
that's an
versus
honest
right brain.
question. So I love arguing. I'll make the claim I love arguing. I don't take any of it personally. I literally want to know why you think what you think and how you came to those conclusions.
So look, he really wants to know how you think and why you came up to this conclusion. But if you want to do that, you know what you need to do? You need to listen. You need to listen. You shut the hell up. You let the other party speak. You listen what they said. You understand it. And when they're done, you make your reply. I mean, you need to shut up and listen. But most women, they don't do that. They just yapping and yapping. So let's keep going here.
Because I don't suck at arguing, right? I actually want to know your worldview. I don't know if maybe my worldview is wrong. Maybe I'm way off. Maybe
So there you go. He used logic and common sense. He shut up. He lets in to understand. Maybe he's wrong. He acknowledged that. Narcissists will never acknowledge that they're wrong. Narcissists will never acknowledge that they're wrong, boys. They're gonna want to win the argument no matter what. If you're not a freaking narcissist, you're gonna listen. You're gonna use logic and common sense. And if you are wrong, you're gonna say, yeah, okay, I'm wrong. What you just said is right because of this, and this. Women don't do that. Most of them, they're terrible, terrible human beings.
maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I believe things that I
Maybe
shouldn't
you are,
believe.
and you're just
I would
amazing at
never be
arguing.
able
You'll
to
never know
determine
because
that.
you'll never conceive.
You see that one? She doesn't shut up. She doesn't shut up. She cut him off. She doesn't listen. She doesn't freaking listen. She just make noise. Big red flag. She just make noise and try to trigger him. Look, she all emotional. She love it. The roller coaster of emotion that I talk about women. They love that roller coaster of emotion. It's not about logic and common sense. They love it. And now she tried to trigger that guy. Then he's going to reply with his emotion. And it's going to be a battle, emotion against emotion. And when you have a discussion like that, you're not going anywhere. You got two idiots arguing emotion versus emotion. There's no logic and common sense. So the discussion is pointless. And look, that nasty bitch out there. She just tried to trigger him with his emotion. Women like that, boys, DTB. They are a sperm receptacle. And me personally, I will not even use that as a sperm receptacle. I will not even use that as a sperm receptacle. She's a miserable narcissist bitch, and you stay away from those kind of people. You stay away from those kind of people.
Never be able to determine that in a million years, though, if I can't get a contrary worldview from you, which is superior to my own.
So boys, I'm gonna zip up, and I love that video. There's a lot of content to understand when you understand narcissists. And women like that, they don't use logic and common sense. They just want to have the roller coaster of emotion to do the emotional trip. When you understand that, you look at that video, and there's a lot of content to understand. I love that video. That video is freaking amazing. So I'm going to shut the hell up, and we're going to listen. This is what women don't do. We're going to listen to this.
Okay, so here's the thing.
No, it's
This
the
is
way he
very-
presents his point. I don't give a fuck. I love arguing. I will argue all day.
Wait, hold on.
You can get loud with me. I
Let's
don't
let
care. I
her
love
make the
arguing.
Well, if
Argue
you love
back.
it, then why do you suck at it so bad?
Cool. I don't care. Goodbye.
It's emotion versus logic.
Like,
It's left
I mean,
brain
that's an
versus
honest
right brain.
question. So I love arguing. I'll make the claim I love arguing. I don't take any of it personally. I literally want to know why you think what you think and how you came to those conclusions, because I don't suck at arguing, right? I actually want to know your worldview. I don't know if maybe my worldview is wrong. Maybe I'm way off. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I believe things that I
Maybe
shouldn't
you are,
believe.
and you're just
I would
amazing at
never
arguing.
be able
You'll
to
never know
determine
because
that.
you'll never concede,
I would never
ever.
be able to determine that in a million years, though, if I can't get a contrary worldview from you, which is superior to my own.
Okay. So, boys, that thing is awesome. Awesome. A lot of content to understand in that thing. And a narcissist would never acknowledge that he's wrong. Look what that guy just said over here. Maybe the way that I saw the world is wrong. A narcissist will never acknowledge that. Never acknowledge that he's wrong. He's going to want to win no matter what. Somebody who's not a narcissist is going to think, listen, think, and if the other person is right, he's going to acknowledge it. He's going to acknowledge it. And most women just make noise with their mouth, try to do the roller coaster of emotion by trigger the other person with emotion again. And bitch like that, boys, DTB. You don't waste your time. And even men like that, you stay the F away from them. You don't fight them. You just don't give a damn rat ass about them. You don't even acknowledge them. Because people like that, narcissists, they look for narcissistic supply. That's another subject. I'm not going to get into it. That video is going to be like an hour and a half. So, boys, I'm going to leave it at that. If you like my content, like, share, subscribe. As always, we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.